This place is next to the airport. Imagine, the water is very hot. This is the only country in the world that has no mosquitoes. They don't have McDonald's or an army. Today we'll try to find out if Iceland is worth all the hype around it. Taxis from the airport to the city are expensive. It costs $130. We'll stay here for 7 days to explore a large part of it. It's the second most expensive country in the world, so is Iceland worth it?
We have sheets, and if you hit one of those, you will get a huge fine.
We'll start from the south, so we'll start with this car. There are cars you can sleep in and other cars you rent because they're suitable for photography. Look at this one. The first place we started from was the capital, Reykjavik. This country has a success story similar to Singapore. I will tell you about it in a moment. The airport is close to the capital, and it looks like Copenhagen but in miniature. It went from one of the poorest countries to one of the richest. But what improved Iceland's situation? Education. This is one of the libraries. They say this city has more libraries than coffee shops. Look how beautiful it is. Their motto is making a nation. Making of a nation. Look at this city. It's wonderful. It's located on an island between Europe and America. But it's not an ordinary island. Yeah, forget about all the islands I visited before. We're in one of the libraries. You'll see beautiful libraries next to gardens while walking. This is the only country in the world that has no mosquitoes. They don't have McDonald's or an army.
Iceland, midway between the old world and the new world.
Iceland, from a remote island isolated in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean on the edge of the Arctic, where it was a poor island that no one cared about, relying on fishing as a basic resource for survival and life and fighting for it.
Fish being by far the main export.
To a modern, rich country that the whole world cares about and an example to follow in perseverance and improving life. It moved from fishing to processing it, entered the world of finance and technology, and focused on education and made it a top priority, transforming from the poorest countries to the richest countries in the world.
The country of Iceland this morning is becoming a little greener. The nation prides itself on having 100% renewable energy.
It took advantage of its harsh environment between fire and ice to convert the thermal energy latent in the water flowing underground into electrical energy. So the country turned to renewable energy completely without any carbon emissions. It has the cleanest air in the world, so much so that they pack it in cans like this one. Icelandic air to breathe. It is sold as a souvenir. It is one of the safest and most peaceful countries in the world. Iceland is a country without an army, but it is a member of NATO and a candidate to become a member of the European Union. Its area is about 100,000 square kilometers, with a population of no more than 370,000 people, most of whom are concentrated in the capital. Most of it is covered with snow throughout the year. It has many rivers, springs, and waterfalls, as if it were a fantasy world. However, this country is one of the most expensive countries in the world, coming in second after Switzerland. Here, you can leave your 2-year-old child in the street and go to the store to shop.
And you went inside and left him?
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. It's Iceland.
Yes, this is a common thing in their culture, in Iceland. We will start first from this waterfall. Okay, we've reached the first site. There's still more waterfalls. Just wait.
All the way from Taiwan.
This waterfall is the closest to the airport and the capital. You will see small waterfalls around it. The first waterfall. And now, we will head to the second location. You can see the second waterfall from a distance. Okay, the second location. This street is full of waterfalls.
Second location, guys.
This was when it was cloudy. Then suddenly, the sun came out and the colors changed and a rainbow appeared. You can climb up next to this waterfall where you can see it from up close. Near the waterfall is the Black Beach in Iceland, the most famous in the world. After visiting the waterfalls, you walk between the rocks and see amazing views and terrain on this amazing volcanic island. You feel like you're in the crater of a volcano, but this is the ocean.